Okay, this is going to be a little video on the various methods of writing the data to the SD card and transferring it with a flash drive. From the boot screen, from the aux menu, there are two general strategies involved in saving data to the SD card. First, I can use the SD1 mode, which appends each successive CT test to a CTMP data.txt file. This can be as long as you want to make it, and you can test all day and have all this data in one text file. But if you have a lot of data in one text file, the data viewer won't read it. You will have to use Excel or a word processor or some other method of organizing the data in a data sheet, and you will have to keep track of the sequence and time you did each CT so you identify what data belongs to what CT later. Okay, I'm going to press SD data. Now, one thing I can do is I can use mode 2, SD mode 2, which provides for an individual file for each tested CT. You can see this is CXAAA00.txt. As I test, the 000, the number will increment. So I'm starting off with AAA, and if I start testing, each CT will go from AA0 to AA1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay, if I want to identify this, I want to note in my notebook that bus 2 is BAA. I can change this name to BAA and save it. And then I want to have some other combination of letters from some other bus, I can do that. So I made that BAA. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to ratio mode. I'm going to press SD until I see SD2 is saved to sequential files, and then I'm going to press Hot 2 and test the CT. I'm going to test 3 CTs. I'm going to stop the video because the actual conduct of the test is shown elsewhere, and I'm going to come back and show the resulting files after the 3 CTs are tested. Okay, what I've done is I've tested a few CTs in sequence with the sequential with SD mode 2 selected, and the that saves each current transformer in a sequential file. So what I can do is I can click SD data here and list. I can see the 4 files that I've made by testing 4 multi-tap CTs in sequence. The CTMP data file, which would be used if you wanted to save them all as the same file, is present, but you can see only 21 bytes, so there's nothing in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the main menu again. And I'm going to select copy. I've installed the flash drive and booted the test set. So I'm going to press copy, and I will copy all those files to the flash drive. Okay, the files are copied. We have returned to the main menu, so I'm going to remove the flash drive from the test set. Okay, I have copied the files to the flash drive. I am now in the directory of the flash drive that I used to copy the file, and I have it in my PC, of course. I'm going to click the file viewer and open. There's the list of the files that I saved. I'm going to open one at random here just to demonstrate. Okay, this is one of the CTs that I saved. The percent error is over here on the right. I can save a note, so I want to identify this CT. I can just start typing main, breaker, A phase. Save that note. If I've taken winding resistance and burden resistance, I want to see the ALF result. I can save that. I'll do that for the example. Let's say it's 0.4 is the winding resistance and 0.5 is the burden resistance. So now I have the saturation voltage, the actual limit factor down here in the corner. I can tab through the various taps on the CT. And if I want to, I can then go to the file open and open another one and do the same thing. I, of course, can go to the directory on that flash drive and rename them. Of course, I would move them to a folder on the PC, and I can give the flash drive with the data viewer to the ultimate customer so he can also look at the data. And that's all there is to that. Thank you for watching.